Every graduate program in higher education today is going to have some sort of research component. And I'm a believer of research in the sense that I want them to understand how research impacts their industry. And so we have different classes that allow them to focus on research methods, which is identifying the problem and going through steps to try to solve that problem in a scientific way. And then a data analysis component that looks at using statistics in order to see trends, in order to see patterns, in order to see significant differences within groups, among groups, those sorts of things. So that's one side of it. There's a core sport management component that focuses on critical skill sets that every student needs. Skill sets like facility management design, marketing, promotions, fundraising, administration, supervision, all the skill sets, a legal issues course. Risk management is infused in that legal issues course. My favorite of the core component is a philosophy class, where each student gets to go through and create a comprehensive philosophic statement as well as a functional specific philosophic statement that helps them articulate who they are when they step out into the industry. So we've got that core sport management component as well. So you've got a research component, you've got a core sport management component, and then there's either an internship component, which is probably where 95% of our students end up, or a thesis track where students can look at applying that research methods course and that data analysis course to look at an issue within the industry and systematically address that issue through research.
Well, one thing that I know has been huge to me, and some students might hear all that and think, oh, that's a lot of book work and a lot of pounding on the books and writing down notes and taking notes, which you do supplement that in the classes you teach, I know, but you talk about facilities and marketing and legal issues. You use what you learn to develop real life plans. Talk a little bit about,
Sure.
I know in facilities we're basically in the class, we put together a facility management plan,
Yeah.
of developing a brand new facility, and just talk about how you apply that to exactly what people are doing out in the business and sport industry today.
Yeah, that's a great question. I start at the end and work my way back. And so in that facility management class, I look at and I create an environment where groups of students are in fact in a facility management process where they've got to go through and create a case statement and a philosophy statement and then develop a program statement, address financial aspects of it, address the maintenance plan of it. And so each trigger point within that process is utilized in order to give that student that experience, because I hope that when they're done with that class and they are in fact in that situation, that they can step up and say, I would like to be a part of that facility development committee, facility design committee, and I would like to be specifically involved in this component, in the philosophy component, because they have a comfort level by going through that process. If you look at the legal issues course, I think one of the biggest challenges facing us as an industry today would be sexual harassment. And so to address that, I think that it's something that A, people are not comfortable talking about, B, don't really understand, and C, don't really understand how the law impacts that particular component of organization. And so to try to solve that problem, we incorporate an actual case where students are exposed to the case, they're exposed to instructions to the jury, they're exposed to the complaint and the answer, and then from that they have to look at relevant case law and develop some sort of conclusion based upon all these different facts and law that are swirling around. And so I approached that course, and I state from the very beginning, I don't mean to brag, but I'm not an attorney. And so I approach that course from the standpoint of, I want you to be able to harness the law as a sport manager and not be afraid of it, but use it to drive policy and procedure in a way that benefits you and the organization, rather than creating a culture of fear that ultimately does not allow you to be effective and efficient as a manager.